All right, so where we are now is we have our different layers cut out and ready to go. So I have my human eye where I've cut out the pupil or the iris, the color part, so that I can create an image behind that. I have my alien, which is cut out and the background is gone. You can see that by the checkerboard. I then have my astronaut, same thing. All of the details around him are cut out. And I have my universe. So what I need to do now is decide which one of these is going to be my main canvas. So I'm going to start with my human eye as my main canvas because everything is going to go underneath that essentially. So I want to kind of set it up that way. So I'm going to start with this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the universe into this one. So the way that I do that is I go to here, where I have my tab for my universe, and I want to go to select and select all. And this is going to select the entire image. I'm then going to copy and paste, and you can do it through here, or you can do Control C. I'm going to go back over to the human eye. I'm going to go to edit, and I'm going to go to paste. Now, what this does is it creates a new layer. So if you look over on this right side, you'll see that we have the background layer and we now have our new layer of the universe. So I'm going to drag this one to go underneath the background. So notice now that mask that we created in the eye, we now have a direct kind of image behind it. So if that's on top, I only see that because I didn't cut anything out of the universe. But I need to make sure that I order these in the way that makes sense for the image that I'm trying to create. The next one that I would do is I'm going to come over and grab my astronaut. Same thing, select all. Because I cut out the background, I don't have to do anything special at this stage. That's why I can do the select all. I'm going to come back over here. Oh, I forgot to copy it. Come here. I'm going to Control C and then Control V. Now, if you notice, this astronaut's way too big for where I want it. So what I can do is I can change the size. Now, if you notice that your astronaut is this big and you need to make him bigger, it's actually better to come over to the astronaut and change the image size to be a bigger number. And if you need help with that, just let me know and I'll work with you. But basically you just want to change one of these numbers and the other one will change automatically to make sure that it's proportionate to the original image. All right, so now that I have here, I'm going to make him however big I want him. I'm actually going to move him to where he's not blocked by the iris. All right, and I can continue to move this. If I wanted to, I could even move the astronaut on top of the eye picture and make it look like he's in front of like the black hole essentially. So just so you can see what that looks like. So you can continuously move these layers and play with how you want them. And then I'm going to come over here again, same action, select all because I've already cut out the background. I'm going to copy it and paste it. Make him smaller, make him kind of come out of the universe. And actually, now that I look at this, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to select the universe. And I'm going to move it because I want to kind of play with where that blast, that white kind of thing is. And I'm also going to make it smaller so I can get some more of those details over here. So I'm going to make the alien kind of coming out of that white area. So now that I have this, I'm going to kind of play with how I see this. So I notice that there's a couple things around the eye that I don't love because it's a little wobbly. So I'm going to see, and this is the kind of thing where you might try something and it might work. You might try something and it might not work. So I'm going to remove from mask and I'm going to go to brush. I'm going to go to a lower opacity. So I'm not totally erasing it. I'm just kind of lessening it. And I'm going to make my brush go a little bit bigger. And notice that I'm not erasing anything except for the eye layer because I have selected that layer as the one that I'm physically working on right now. And notice that I'm using this kind of blurred out edge, so it's not creating a hard edge. It's actually just creating this like kind of gentle shift, so it's not as pixelated on that border, which is kind of what I'm going for. Notice I'm getting rid of that like darker hard edge that was there. I don't like that one, so I'm going to undo. I went a little bit too far into there. All right, so once you are happy with what you have, then your next move is going to be to save it. So let me just get around this. Great. So I'm happy with where it is now. I'm actually going to move, go back to this arrange, and I'm going to move up to the alien, and I'm going to just move him a tiny bit so he's in front of that black hole. All right. And now I'm going to go ahead up. I'm going to go to File, Save, and I'm going to save this as a JPEG. I'm going to do Brewster Final Surrealism. I'm going to make sure this is all the way up because I want the highest quality that I have. This should be on high already. And then I'm going to hit download. And there's my final image.